Hello class, hi there kids. It's so good that you are here and I'm happy that you are ready and I hope you are ready to start with this review about Unit 1 and Unit 2. Today we're going to be reviewing about a tense that we learned in the last few days. We are going to be talking about present simple and doing questions about what people like, what do I like, and saying what are the things that I like by using like to or likes to. Also, we are going to remember how do we make these questions because they are different as the sentences. So let's review about this, but first we are going to do a review about the activities that we learned and that we did yesterday. So here I have the ones already answered. Yes, we can say that here we have a picture of a bike and we also see a slide. So pay attention to this. Like I said yesterday, you need to pay attention super carefully to the pictures, and that's the key. That's the key for answering to this kind of exercises. In fact, it's easy, but you need to pay attention to this and also learn the prepositions of place, okay? Perfect. So the first one was the bag is behind the slide, okay? Because we can see that the slide is nearer than the bike. The bike is behind. So here we have that this is a slide and this one over here in red is a bag, okay? The other one says the box is next to the apple, and I told you that we can also look at this picture and says the apple is next to the box because one is next to the other and is the same. Okay, we have the box is next to the apple. Very good. So, one more. The helmet, this is the helmet, is between the scissors. These are the scissors, and also I told you that you need to review about these games. Between the scissors, okay? Very good. The roller skates are in front of the swings. Okay, we have the swings and the roller skates are in front of them. Very good. So now we are going to review about the topics that we have for today. And like I told you, we are going to review about the present simple, but it's not like the present simple like that. Yes. So pay attention. We have questions like the examples. Do you like to play soccer? And I will say, yes, I like to play soccer. And that's a good answer, a correct answer. So the other question says, does he like to skate? Yes, he likes to skate. You need to pay attention to this. Remember that when you are doing questions, they always start by do or does. Cuando vamos a hacer preguntas, siempre comienzan con do or does. Remember, we use does with he, she, and it. And we use do with the rest of the personal pronouns. Like, for example, I, you, we, and they. Okay? And when we write do, what's next? ¿Qué va después de do o does? Ya que lo hayamos escrito. Por ejemplo, en este primer ejemplo. Luego de eso iría nuestro personal pronoun. Like I, you, he, she, it, we, they, etc. And next to the personal pronoun is going to be like to or likes to. No olvides que siempre que hagamos preguntas, siempre, aunque sea he, aunque sea it, aunque sea she, vamos a usar like to, no likes to, okay? You need to pay attention to this. only like to, únicamente like to. Why? Because the question is already adding the s at using does, okay? And next to like to, it's going to be the rest of the sentence. Like, what's the other question? How do you answer to this kind of questions? ¿Cómo contestamos a este tipo de preguntas? You might say like, yes, I like to, or in the other way around, it will be, yes, he likes to. Para la respuesta sí podríamos usar like to or likes to, okay? Very good. You need to pay attention to these examples because they are going to help you, super help you. So, I have other examples. They are different questions like the ones that are in the exam. Pay attention to this and listen to this carefully, okay? Open your eyes and open your ears also. So, number 1 says, do they like to swim? Like you swim in a pool, like you swim in the ocean, like you swim at the beach. So, do they like to swim? And I will say, yes, they like to swim, okay? We are using like to because our personal pronoun is they, okay? Do you have questions about this? Send them to me or ask them here at the video. Yes. So number 2 says, what does Diego like to do? What significa que, okay? So, what does Diego like to do, okay? And here we are looking at this, that we have like to, but it's not with s because we are using the s here in does, okay? We are looking at this, that this is a different kind of question because this begins with do, with what does Diego like to do? Pay attention to this because not all the questions begin by do or does. Like in this example, what does Diego like to do? So look at this. We are starting by what. Next to it, it goes does. Then we have the personal pronoun or the subject. Not always we are going to look at a personal pronoun. No siempre vamos a encontrar un pronombre personal like I, you, he, she, it. Sometimes we are going to look at some names like Diego, like Silvana, like Irlanda, like Rodrigo, and the rest of you, and some other names like in this example, okay? So we are going to answer. We can say Diego likes to play on the slide, or we can say only he likes to play on the slide, and we are using likes to because we know that Diego is he, is a boy, so in that case we are going to use es. So number 3, we are also have a question with what. What do they like to do? And pay attention to this, like you have in here do because the personal pronoun is they, okay? What do they like to do? And the answer says they like to use the computer. Remember that when we are using they, we are not going to be using the s, okay? And that's good. They like to use the computer. Very good. Number 4, what does Silvana like to do? And we have what does, because we know that Silvana is a girl, and for that reason we are going to be using does. In this case, at the end of the question, we are not going to use what does Silvana likes to do? No, you are not going to say that, not at the question. You are not going to use likes to, never in a question, okay? And she likes to ride her bike, only in the positive sentences. She likes to ride her bike, maybe, I don't know.
So, and the activities for today. Recuerda que las actividades que estamos haciendo en los videos no van a ser en la libreta, no van a ser del libro, van a ser de manera oral. Eso quiere decir que tus respuestas las vas a decir en voz alta y aunque yo no te escuche, al final de un determinado tiempo yo voy a decir la respuesta correcta y tú vas a checar si tu respuesta estuvo correcta o no. Y si no estuvo, debes escuchar la explicación de por qué esa es la respuesta correcta.
So let's pay attention to this. Number 1. What blank he like to do? Does, letter A, letter B, do. What's the correct answer? Do or does? Letter A or letter B? If your answer was letter A, does, your answer is correct. Why? Because remember that in the questions, and always, like we are using he because it's a boy, it's a third person, we are going to be using does. So let's read the complete question. What does he like to do? Very good. Number 2. He blank to play video games. Letter A, likes to. Letter B, like to. The correct answer is letter A, likes to, or letter B, like to. If the time that I'm giving you is not enough, you can pause the video and think about your answer and say it. Okay, if your answer was letter A, likes to, your answer is good and that's correct. Yes, because we are using he, like when you are using he, she, it, you are going to be using likes to in a positive sentence, not in the questions. Very good. So let's read the sentence together. He likes to play video games. Very good. Excellent job. So, and the next one is number 3 and it says blank, you like to skate. Letter A, do. Letter B, does. What's the correct answer for this question? Letter A, do, or letter B, does? The correct answer is do. Okay, letter A. Why? Because in this case, we're using you, and you is always to be using do and like to with no S. So let's read the question together. Do you like to skate? And that's it. Very good. You did an excellent job. So let's reviewing about this. Don't forget to keep studying this. And this is not the end. You need to keep studying and reviewing this type of exercises, the exercises that we did in the notebook, that we did in the workbook and the student's book, so you might remember the activities and the topic. So that's it for today, and I'll be happy to meet you tomorrow. Here we are going to have another video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Yes, have a nice day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.